welcome to our question and answer session. Yes. I'm your co-host, Coach Mopiiwa. Yes, alongside with Coach Julius, we are here for questions and answers. So the procedure is the same. You come in the chat box, you type your question, and then you will be able to attend to it. Or you raise your hand and we're gonna allow you to unmute, and then we answer the question. Yes. So this Zoom is meant for you understanding the business that you are in. So feel free to ask your questions. I would extend my request that you invite your team members. If you are a team builder, make sure you are not attending this Zoom alone. Yes, so invite your team members to be here so that they are able to ask questions that bothers them, that they don't understand when it comes to this business. So let them come here and ask their questions so that we are able to bring clarity on whatever questions they might have so that they are able to understand the business that they are in. Yes, once again, good morning and welcome to our questions and answer session. Yes, good morning, my host.
Yes, good morning, Coach Mopiiwa, and how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing over there?
Yes. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to today's call question and answer session. You are most welcome. My role is just to follow through, but our chief trainer and question answerer is Coach Mo, all the way from Johannesburg in South Africa. So I believe he's going to be in charge. Me, I'm just coming in case it's required. But everybody, you are most welcome and Happy New Year to everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach, for greeting us. You are most welcome. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we can get started. If you are having a question, please come in the chat, type the question. If you want to come on the microphone, you just need to raise your hand and we're going to acknowledge you and we'll allow you to unmute and then you ask your question. Yes. So, like I said, don't attend this Zoom alone because it may simplify your work. If you happen to be a leader, it may simplify your work. Let them come here and ask the questions so that we are able to help them understand the business that they are in. So yes, the lines are open. The lines are currently open. You can come in the chat right now and then type your question. If you want to come on the microphone, just raise your hand up and we're going to allow you to unmute. So it's time for questions and answer session. Yes. So the longevity of this Zoom depends on how many questions are we having. If we don't have much questions, it means we're not going to stay here longer. If there are more questions, then that prolongs the time period of our Zoom. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to come and ask your questions. Yes. All right, let's get to the questions. How the first question is from Joshua. I would like to know how I can learn how to set a signal myself through the analysis of the crypto market. Yes, okay. So Joshua, first of all, if you want to know the analysis of the crypto market, you need to start joining us on our morning sessions. We do have a technical analysis Zoom that is 7:30. That is East African Standard Time. Yes, 7:30 from Monday to Friday. We do have that technical analysis Zoom. If you are in South Africa, it means it's 6:30. Yes. So for you to be able to understand the technical analysis or understanding the crypto space, that is the Zoom for you that you can join, and then you are going to learn how to pick your own signal or how to create your own signal. All right. Yes. That is Joshua wanting to know how he can be able to do a signal or to set up a signal. All right. But when it comes to settling up a signal as a whole, you needed to join us on our sessions on Mondays. All right. On Mondays, on Wednesdays. All right. I think the new timetable is going to come out, and I cannot confirm now. Probably there will be some changes. I think Leader Julius will confirm that. Yes, because there is a new timetable for our Zoom that is coming up. So I'm sure the setting up of signals, it is going to be there, but maybe the days might change. But from last year, we were doing it on Mondays, setting up of a signal. If you want to learn how to set a signal, there was a training on Mondays. That is 9 o'clock South African time, and that is 10 a.m. East African Standard Time. And we were also having it on Wednesday evening or sometimes Wednesday morning, depending on who is presenting. But when it comes to signal setting, those were the days that we were having to set signals, how to set up a signal when it is given in our support groups, in our WhatsApp support groups, or whether it is on our Telegram channel. Yes, I don't know, Joshua, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Let me go to Araf. Yes, Araf, my question is, do I have any hope of getting out of the market if my margin calls turned off? Okay. Araf, what makes your robot to turn off the margin call button? It is simply because you are running out of funds. The margin calls that you did set for the robot to buy, before the robot completes those margin calls, it discovers that you don't have funds to continue buying those margin calls. So it automatically switches off the margin call button. So that does not stop you from coming out of the trade. No. When the market starts to rise, it will start selling whatever the robot bought for you before it switched off the margin call. All right. Now, when the margin call button is off, let's say the robot bought up to margin call number 5. Probably you were trading with 7 margin calls, right? You were trading with 7 margin calls that you set on your Royal Q bot. Now the robot only bought up to 5 margin calls. It didn't buy number 6 and number 7. Now the margin call button is off. When the market started to rise, the robot will start selling margin call number 5. All right. When it sells margin call number 5 and then the market drops again, the robot is not going to be able to buy again margin call number 5. All right. If the market does not continue to go up so that it can sell margin call number 4 up to 1. Okay. Because your margin call button is off, the robot is not going to repeat buying margin call number 5. So you just need to check that when the robot started to sell, then probably you can switch on the margin call button so that if it repeats to buy margin call number 5, it should be able to do so. But that does not limit you from your trade being completed if the market is rising. The margin call button does not make the robot to sell. It only helps the robot to buy. Is for buying. The margin call button is for buying. So when the robot switches it off because you don't have sufficient funds, you've got nothing to worry. Probably you just need to add in some capital so that the robot can continue buying the number of margin calls you have instructed the robot to buy. Is that okay, Arafa? Arafa, did I answer your question? You were worrying about the margin call button being turned off. What is the effect? Okay. Does it affect the trade or it doesn't affect? Okay. So you just need to understand the margin call button is for the robot to buy margin calls. But coming out of the trade, if you are running out of funds, yes, you just need to be patient. The robot will definitely sell whatever it has bought with your funds. Okay. How can I get, this is Samuel, how can I get my coins from delisted coin? How can I get my coins from delisted coin? Yes. Okay. Let me invite Coach Julius to answer this one. Leader Julius, delisted coins. How can I get my coins from delisted coin? This is Samuel want to know. Okay, I think Leader Julius is busy. All right, so Samuel, this is what you needed to know. When a coin is being delisted, sometimes the exchange will tell you that the coin might be swapped to another coin. Okay, sometimes the exchange, when it is making an announcement, it will tell you that your coin automatically it is going to be swapped to another coin. So that one you don't have to worry. Okay, because there is an option that your coin is going to be converted or it's going to be swapped to another coin. All right. But this is what you needed to know. Okay, there are options. It's either you are going to sell the coin that is going to be delisted. For example, we had Acro lately that most of crypto ambassadors community was trading. So the options that were available was one, to accept the loss by selling it. The second option is to move the coin to another exchange where it is available. All right. So for you to move the coin into another exchange where it is available, you need to get that exchange. You need to register on that exchange. All right. I think I should answer this question in connection to this other question of Enoch. Enoch is talking about migrating a coin that is going to be delisted from the exchange. Enoch, if you're listening to me, please, I'm going to answer your question together with Samuel. Okay. So you need to register on the exchange which is available. You need to check this particular coin that is being delisted, which other exchange is available. All right. Then you need to register on that exchange, verify. Then after that, you are going to withdraw. For example, the coin is being delisted from Binance. You're going to go and withdraw from Binance to that other exchange. All right. If you don't want to sell, then you can withdraw from Binance to the other exchange where it is available. That is for Samuel. Now, to complete the question of Enoch, after you have moved the coin from Binance to the other exchange, then you're going to come into your Royal Queue and do the migration. There is a migration button on Royal Queue. All right. So when you are doing migration, you need to understand when you tap on migration, RoyalQ is going to show you if the coin is supported to be migrated to the exchange. Okay. Inoki, if you are listening to me, when you tap on the migration button, it is going to show you if that particular coin is supported to be migrated to that particular exchange. All right. Otherwise, if you cannot migrate it, it is better for you just to withdraw it. But when you are migrating a coin, first of all, you need to withdraw the coin first from the exchange to another exchange before migration, because some people they have been thinking that you can just migrate the coin from RoyalQ to the other exchange. No. First of all, withdraw the coin. If it was in Binance, withdraw from Binance to the other exchange. When you are done that, then you come and do the migration. I believe that you have already done the API binding. If you are doing migration, API binding, after you have done withdraw, do the API binding. Okay, the API binding between RoyalQ and that particular exchange. Then after, you can do the migration of the coin. If you do migration without doing the withdraw of the coin, it's not going to help you. There is nothing that you have done actually. Okay, is that okay? I think it was the Enoch. Yeah, Enoch. Is that okay? How to migrate a coin that is going to be delisted from one exchange to another exchange. Find out where else is it available. Is it being supported there? Then you do registration on that exchange. You verify your account. Then after that, you withdraw the coin from where it is being delisted to the exchange where you want to keep it. Then after you do API binding between RoyalQ and that exchange, then you can come and do migration. Mind you, when you tap on the migration button, RoyalQ will show you that the coin is being supported for migration or is not supported for migration. You may find those. I'm just telling you in advance. So if it's not supported, you don't need to worry. You have already withdrawn from that exchange to the other exchange. So you just keep on monitoring. Yeah, if it goes up, if the price rises, then you can just sell manually. Right? Yes. Enoch, did I answer your question, please? Confirm in the chat if I have answered your question. In relation, this is Bossa. Bossa is asking about mobile money. In relation to mobile money systems, how is crypto trading business and the blockchain system connected? Yes. Leader Julius, are you still here?
Yes, I'm listening to the question.
Yes. Can you expound more on this one? Mobile money. I know most of our brothers and sisters in Uganda, they use mobile money in terms of crypto trading, withdrawing or depositing. Yes.
But why is the person asking such a question?
I don't understand as well.
What is the intention? So he wants to connect his mobile money to blockchain. He
I'm not
wants to
sure
connect
both
his
are.
mobile money to cryptocurrency. The two are different entities. The other one is fiat. This is crypto. They are not related anyhow. I don't know why the person is asking the question. But on the other side, is the person to understand that paper money is paper money and crypto is crypto. The two are not related. But maybe he's troubled with how he changes his crypto to mobile money. It is just with the draw system that I have mobile money, you have crypto. So if you want mobile money, I give you mobile money, you give me crypto. That's all. It is a person-to-person transaction. So they are not related anyhow. They are not even connected. I don't know if I've answered, but I was a little bit puzzled why the person asked the question that way. Maybe he was asking for something else.
Yeah, probably. You just puzzled how the mobile money system supporting withdrawals and deposit when it comes to crypto trading. I think that was the thing that was puzzling the person. How are these things working together? They are two different systems, but they are supporting each other. The same like here in South Africa, our fiat system in the banks support the deposit. Okay, the deposit and the withdrawal of crypto gains from our exchange wallet. So the same with the mobile money system. It is just a fiat system that support the deposit and withdrawal of money from one place to another place. Yeah. All right. Mafabi. Yes, you bought 50 XRPs on Royal Q. And you want to know, is there a way that you can increase the number of your XRP, let's say maybe to 100? And you are saying that you are already in profit. It means if you open margin calls, there is a high chances that probably your Royal Q bot may not buy. Okay, you can buy manually if you want to buy more of your XRPs to hold. You can use the buy button. There is a buy button on Royal Q. Okay, let me try to share my screen just to show you that you want to buy more of a particular asset. You are already in profit. So maybe if you open margin calls, do I have a, I'm not sure about this account that I'm opening, but I just want to show you where is the buy button. I think my other account, okay, let me see here. Let's say this is the trade, 1,000. So I don't know if it's gonna allow me. I think this account is not connected. So it's not gonna allow me to open. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, let me just, okay, I'm going to answer this question. I'm gonna log into the other account that is connected to the exchange so that I'm able to show you the buy button. Yes, you can buy manually using the buy button. Yes, just a minute. Let me log in here. Um, just a minute so that I can answer that question properly by showing you the buy button. It need an account that is connected to the exchange. Okay, all right. So I can demonstrate here. For example, let me share my screen again. I can demonstrate here. Let me share my screen again to do that. Okay, here we go. I'm sharing my screen once again. Okay. So if you want to buy manually using the buy button on Royal Q, this is what you do. Okay. This is what you needed to do. You come on your Royal Q app. For example, this is the coin that you want to buy, right? For example, this is the coin that you want to buy more of. Okay, can you see this coin? So the one who is asking a question is saying, it is XRP, and it is already in profit. All right. So you want to buy more for long term. All right. So you can open margin calls with very small drops in case it drops. But if you are already in profit, you want to buy more, you just tap on the coin like this. Okay. So there is the buy button here. Here is the buy button. So I want to buy more of this coin manually using the Royal Q bot without opening margin calls. So when you tap on the buy button here, when you tap on the buy button, can you see this page that comes after this? All right. Yes. So I'm going to put in the amount here. How much more do I want to buy? Okay. Here it is showing, please enter trigger price. Okay. Yes, I can put in here is like I want to do a preset price. At what price should this coin be bought? All right. I can put in the price here. Then my robot will monitor. Once that price is triggered, my robot is going to buy after putting in the amount of money, right? But if I don't want to use trigger price here, I will leave this other part. I will just put in the amount and then I tap on market. For example, if I do this, I want to put in, I want to put in $200. For example, I want to put in $200. Okay. I want to buy at market price, meaning to say I'm buying at current price. So I'm going to tap on market. Okay, I'm gonna tap on market, meaning to say I'm buying this coin at current price. So I'm going to tap on market. Okay, I'm gonna tap on market. Then I want to buy for $200 extra. Then after that, I'm going to tap on show. I'm gonna tap on show. Then I'm going to do the buy. Then it's done. Is that okay? The person who was asking the question, you want to increase the number of your XRPs and you want to buy manually. This is how you go about it. You just come here, you put in the amount of money that you want to buy, and then you tap on market price, then you tap sure, then the deal is done. You have increased the number of coins that you are currently trading. All right. I hope I have answered that question. I hope I have answered that question. Let me come back to the chat box. Let me go to the top so that I follow the order. Yes, I'm scrolling to go where I was so that I don't jump questions. Okay. Mafabi, I think I have answered your question. Increasing the number of your XRPs. Okay. Okay, Jackson wanting to know how to count a code drop when a signal is put in a group. How to count a code drop. I'm sure Jackson is asking something like this. Let me share my screen. How to count a code drop. Okay, let's say, let me come back out of here. Let's say a signal has been given and the code drop is 5% or it is 15%. All right, the code drop is 15%. Okay, this is what Jackson, I think, is wanting to know, how to count a code drop. So this is a signal. It says drop. It says drop 8%. All right, or it says 15%. It does not matter, but you just need to know how do you distribute the 15%. All right. So if it is 15% in our signals, we recommend in our signals, you are going to find out that the maximum number of margin calls, it is 5. Okay, you can open extra after these ones have been bought. But what we always recommend is, first of all, 5 margin calls. All right, you are going to find that in most of our trading strategies, it is 5 margin calls. Right. So how do you distribute the drop of 8%, 15%, 7% to 5 margin calls? You need to take the drop. For example, if it is 15% drop, okay, you are going to divide by number of margin calls, which is 5. So when you take 5 here, 1, 5 here, it is 3. All right. So it means you are going to allocate 3% per drop. I mean, per margin call. Okay. What you need to understand is taking the drop. If it is 8, you divide by 5. If it is 7, you divide by 5. If it is 5, you divide by 5. If it is 4% drop, you divide by 5. What you get, it is what you are going to allocate on each and every margin call. So if there are 5 margin calls, you are going to allocate that drop you have gotten on each and every layer that you are opening as a margin call on your Royal Q board. Mufabi, did I answer your question? Was it Mufabi? I'm not sure. Let me double check. Did I answer your question on how do you allocate the drop, the margin call drop? Did I answer your question? I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name, but it was in relation to margin call drop. It was in relation to margin call drop. All right. Please confirm if I have answered the question. Yes, if I have answered the question, please confirm. All right. Yes. Who else? Let me come back here. Yeah. Okay, that was Jackson. That was Jackson. Jackson, please confirm if I have answered your question. Is it possible for floating loss to go beyond your trading capital? That is user. There's a user here. Is it possible for your floating loss to go beyond your trading capital? I have never experienced it myself. All right. I don't want to answer something that I have not gotten into. I have never experienced my floating loss percentage going over my capital. Okay. I have never experienced it. So I cannot confirm that. All right. So what I know, I'm trading in the spot market. Okay. The value of my coins may go down, but the number of coins I have purchased still remain the same, and I don't lose it. In the spot market, we don't lose it. All right. So if it is possible for floating loss to go beyond my trading capital, I don't know because I have never experienced it. I don't want to share something that I haven't experienced or I don't know of. Yes, user, I don't know if this satisfies your curiosity. Yes, I have never experienced, it has never happened since I have been here 2021. Yes, from 2021 with Royal Q, I have never seen my floating loss going beyond my capital that I'm trading with in that coin. So I don't want to give information that I have no surety of. Yes. How can I say this is Flora? How can I say distributed take profit allocation? It always disturbs. I don't understand. Okay, Flora, when it comes to distributed take profit allocation, you don't need to change anything. We always recommend that you should leave it the way it is on distributed and take profit allocation. I think Flora is asking here. Let me share my screen. The distributed and take profit allocation. All right, let me go back to my Royal Q. All right, how many margin calls am I trading here? Okay, there are already 5 bought. So when you open the coin, then you come here, there is distributed and take profit allocation here. That means they take profit for margin call number 5 going down. Okay, distributed and take profit allocation, it is the take profit for margin call number 5 going downwards. All right, so we always recommend that when it comes to here, don't change this. There are people who always edit it, but I want you to understand this. Okay, you want to be profiting while you are in negative. Okay, when you are profiting while you are in negative, this is what we call distributed and take profit allocation. The robot is selling or is buying and selling the sub positions. If I was having many here, for example, let me increase my margin calls. Let me put 10 here for better understanding. So when you tap on distributed and take profit allocation, you can see I do have these sub positions, margin call number 5 to 10. So each and every sub position has got a take profit. So I can edit these ones if I want to edit them. That's what Flora wanting to know, how to allocate these ones, right? So I can edit these ones. I can put 1.3 here. I put 1.5 here. I put 2% here. But what am I doing? The higher the take profit on distributed and take profit allocation, the longer the waiting period for this margin call to be sold. I don't know if you know this. If I edit this and I put 2% here, okay, it means I'm going to wait for long for this subposition to be sold. Remember, it is a subposition. The main position is margin call 1 up to 4. They are already bought. This one is a sub. So I want my robot to be buying this and selling this while waiting for these ones to be sold. So I want to benefit while I am in negative. So my robot will be buying these positions. Okay, it will be buying these positions. If there's a position or an opportunity to sell, it will be buying, selling, buying, selling. Now, if I increase my take profit, it means this sub position will take long to be closed by the robot because the take profit is high. That's what it means. So the reason we recommend that you leave the default, which is 1.3, is that we don't want you to stay longer in a sub position. So if you put 2% here, you put 2.5% here, for you to get out of the 4 margin calls, 1 to 4 that are already bought, and you have put 3% take profit, for the robot to come and sell these ones, it needed to get rid of this one first. Do you get it? So we recommend that leave the default setting. You don't need to set anything here. When you are trading with more than 4 margin calls, don't worry about the distributed and take profit allocation. Just leave it the way it is. It's gonna help you. If you can adjust, at least adjust it to 1.2. You want to get out quick, you can adjust it to 1.2, not increasing it. It is better for you to decrease it so that you don't stay long in the market. Are you getting it, guys? This is our recommendation, understanding how the robot works. For you to get out of this, it is better for you to leave it at default setting. The only thing that you can edit here, it is the sub position take profit callback. This one here, the sub position take profit callback. Then you can change this one. But here you don't need to open here and do anything. use the default, which is already there. Use the default, which is already there. Flora, did I answer your question? You don't need to get confused when it comes to distributed and take profit allocation. Yes. Did I answer your question, Flora? Did I answer your question, Flora? Okay, thank you for confirming you have understood. Okay, let me go back to the top again so that I can pick questions that are right on top so that someone should not say you have jumped my question. Yes. Let me see who is next here. Okay, I was in Flora. Then let me come to Mugisha. Yes, Mugisha wanting to know what trading strategy works best with RoyalQ in the current market. Mugisha, there is nothing like the best strategy. It is all about how much capital are you trading with? Yes, I agree with giving the right settings to your bot. The strategies that we are giving as crypto ambassadors, they are very good strategies in the current market. All right. All the strategies we are giving in crypto ambassadors, they are very good strategies in the current market. All right. Yes, because if they were not good strategies, we could not use them. We could not recommend them to you. We have tested them. All right. But despite that, you needed to understand that the market can behave the way it can behave. So that does not demolish that our strategies are up to date. No. I don't know if I'm answering Mugisha here, wanting to know the best strategy in RoyalQ with the current market situation. Yes. So it is all about also in connection with capital. But our strategies that we are giving you guys, they are also based when it comes to the current market situation. We do have different strategies. It's not only one. We do have different strategies looking at your capital. We do have start small, win big. That is because of the certain capital that our members are having. We do have bull run strategy. We do have super bull run. We do have buy poverty. We do have super buy poverty. Yes. So it's all about your pocket that will make us to have a best strategy that you can use. Yes, you can use. You can manipulate the bot looking at how much capital are you having. But currently, our strategies that we are recommending to you with the current market situations, they are working. Okay, iPhone, I think I have answered that question relating to distributed and take profit allocation that Flora was asking. Okay, hey coach, this is the Kaije Foods. Why is it that when I use a huge first buy-in amount like $100, the percentage increases slowly? And I mostly find myself in floating with my capital of $300. Okay. Yes, when you use when you use a huge first buy-in amount like 100. Okay, let me explain this. When you are entering with a a big first buy-in amount, all right, you need to understand this. When you are trading with your RoyalQ robot, the first buy-in amount, it is called an entry price that you are using to enter the market with. So, for example, if you put $200 as first buy-in amount. You should understand that the robot is going to use the $200 to buy this particular asset at the current price, or even if you are using preset, okay, you have presetted it. But the bottom line is the robot, when it is time for it to buy, it will be buying at the current price of that particular coin. So you have bought $200 asset at one price, which is current. When the robot was buying it, it was current. Okay, so you have bought these assets at one price. Now, when the market starts to go down, right? I want you to understand this very well. Where should I open? Let me open on trade setting and I go to margin configuration here. All right, let me use this to explain. I am entering, my first buying amount is 200. Okay, the robot will enter at a certain price. It has put in $200 at once, right? After the robot has bought with 200, then I edit my $200 probably to $10, for example. I'm changing it now to $10. But now I'm changing it from 200 to 10. I want you to understand this. When the robot was entering with $200, it bought at a certain price using this amount. All right, so it has accumulated $200 stock. Now, the market goes against me because this is the mindset when people are trading with a huge first buy-in amount. This is the mindset. There is an expectation that when my robot enters with $200, there is high possibility that from point of entry, the market might not come down. Instead, it will go up. Let me put my 200 here. This is the entry position. So it's either the market goes that side or the market goes this side. So when people are entering first buy-in amount, which is huge, here is the expectation. The expectation is that there is possibility that the market might not come down for the robot to buy my margin calls. So if my robot did not buy margin calls, how much money did it put in already? Because now this market is going up. It is going up. So I want profit. So if my robot has only used $10 to buy here, for example, it has entered with only $10 to buy, and then the market goes up, it means the robot is going to give me 3% of $10 because the robot did not buy my margin calls, the price did not go down. So this is the mindset behind entering with a bigger first buying amount, thinking that the market might go up, right? So if the market might go up immediately after entry, then at least there is $200 for me. So if the robot is going to sell, it is selling $200 stock. All right, that is the mindset. Now, it has bought with $200. Then the market does not go up. Instead, the market goes down. So when the market goes down, you have opened these margin calls. First margin call, the robot should buy when the market drops by 0.2. Then I want the robot to buy 2 times. Now, this time around, I'm no longer using the 200. I have edited the 200 to $10. So when the robot buys here, it is going to use $20. Remember, my first buying amount is 10. When the robot buys here, it is going to use $40. Okay? When the robot buys here, it is going to use $80. Now, I want you to see the difference. Here it has used 20. Here it has used 40, which is 60, right? Then 60 plus 80, you are going to discover that it is what? It is 140, right? So it has bought stock at different price levels. Remember, this is a different price level. This is a different price level. This is a different price level. So it is buying it cheaper rather than entering at once with 200. It bought with 200 at one price. But here, a different level of price. Here, a different level of price. So when it is buying these ones, you will discover that your floating loss will be decreasing. When it is buying the margin calls, your floating loss will be decreasing if you are buying in bigger portions on multiple buy-in ratio here. When you are buying in bigger portions on multiple buy-in ratio, your floating loss will be decreasing. What is happening? The robot is bringing the current price following where the price is going. Every time it buys, it creates a new average price. Every time it buys, it creates a new average price. So you will discover that this type of buying, it decreases your floating loss rather than entering once with $200 because the robot is buying at one price. But here it is buying small at different prices, at different prices. So this is what we call dollar cost averaging method. The robot is buying the asset at different prices. As a result, it brings the average price closer to where the price is. If it bought here only, it doesn't buy this margin call. It does not buy this margin call. Price is going down. It doesn't buy this margin call. It doesn't buy this margin call. Now the price is here, but the robot entered here. So it means for me to get out of this trade, this price here should come back again here where it entered. But when it is buying here, it is buying here, it is buying here, what is going to happen? In simple, this is what the robot does. It is going to add this stock together. Then it is going to create a selling price. It's going to put all this stock together. It creates one selling price. Then probably it is going to be in the middle here when it creates that selling price, which is called average price. So it will create. So instead for this market to come back here, when the market reaches here, my robot is going to sell. I don't know if I am able to answer that question. When you enter with bigger first buy-in amount, okay, your floating loss does not go down because you have purchased that particular asset at one price with a bigger first buy-in amount. The floating loss will only decrease if the robot is buying that asset at different level of prices when the price is going down. But also it depends on how much stock it is buying on each and every level here. How much stock? Because you can put one here, you put one here, it is only buying one time. So this has got no power. The one time has got no power when it comes to bringing average price to come closer to current price. Imagine you are using $5 first buying amount. It means the robot only buy $5 stock, $5 stock, $5 stock, $5 stock. Can you see the difference? But when you are buying in multiples, you are buying a lot of stock at a cheaper price. So you are giving the robot an opportunity to add all this stock together and create a selling price. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Now, do you understand what normally happens with your bot? Okay. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for asking that question. Who was that? I think you have made people's eyes to be opened. Yes. When we are trading and then we want to enter one time with a very good, a bigger first buy-in amount. Yes. Okay. Um, let me see. Where was I? Okay, I see my co-host that I always work with on this platform is here. I think I'll bring her so that she can help me to read the questions so that we can go fast. All right. Okay, let me bring in Coach Jerina. Let me see. Where is she? Can you raise up your hand, my leader, so that I don't scroll up to the bottom? Please, can you raise up your hand? Okay. All right. Okay, so I was here, Coach Jerina. I was answering. That was who was this? Somebody asking about entering with a bigger first buy-in amount and then the floating loss doesn't decrease as it was expected. Yes, I think that was who is this? Yeah, I think it was Kaije Foods. Yes, Kaije Foods. Yeah. So I'm not sure when did you join so that you can be able to follow up on the question.
I can only read from Diana Nalwoga's comment.
Okay. Let me see where is that before we jump other questions. Okay, it's fine. You can take from there. It's okay.
Okay. Diana Nalwoga, thank you, Coach. Thank you. Diana Nalwoga says, Coach, please repeat the call drops because I didn't understand signal with the 15%. I think you have answered that.
Yes, I did answer that. You take the drop, you divide by number of margin calls. Diana, the strategy is simple. You take the drop percentage. If it is 15, if it is 8, if it is 7, if it is 5, if it is 4, you just take the drop, then you divide it by the number of margin calls. Normally it's 5. I always say our maximum number of margin calls when we are starting a trade in most of our strategies, it is 5. Once those 5 are bought by the robot and the market continues to go down, it's when we recommend that you can open further more margin calls, right? So the number of margin calls you are dividing with, right, should be 5. So the drop divided by 5. Is that okay, Diana? That's what you need to do. Yes, my leader, you can proceed. I did answer that question, but I think she did not give attention.
Okay. The next question is from Kelly Jessica, UAE. She says, Coach, can someone use 2 different emails? Q. Can someone use a different email for each of the 2, Binance and Royal Q?
Yes, on Royal Q, you can use, remember Royal Q, your identity is your email address. That's what Royal Q identifies you with. Remember, you don't verify when it comes to Royal Q. So your identity with Royal Q, it is your email address. So you can use different email address on each and every account. That's why you can open more accounts with RoyalQ using different emails. Binance, you can also use different emails, but here is where they're going to catch you. They're gonna want you to verify the account, right? They're gonna want you to verify the account. Yes, you can trick them with different emails, but now when it comes to verification, Kelly, Binance is going to catch you when it comes to verification, because they will ask you to verify the account, right? So it's where they are going to catch you with verification. You can cheat them with different emails to open the account, but now they say, we want to know you with this email address. Who are you? Bring your identity here. Then they discover that is the other person who is having the other email on the other side. Kelly, Jessica, did I answer your question? It's all about verification on the exchange. With RoyalQ, it's not a problem. You can open 15,000 accounts as long as you can open also 15,000 email addresses. Yes. Your hand is up. Okay. Leader Jerina, please bring Jessica. Maybe she's got something that she wants to add. Bring Jessica on the line.
Okay. And you can unmute Jessica.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach and Leader Jerina. My issue it's not about me. I have someone who wants to someone who wants to join, but now the problem is the person she has been trying to register Binance, to open up an account in Binance, but it is they are telling her she already has an account, and she's saying she has never ever opened an account with Binance. So I'm just stuck here with her. Like, we open because we first registered RoyalQ using that same email. But now when we come to Binance, when we have come to Binance, they are telling us she already have an account. So I just swear, like, I thought maybe I could change, she get another email and open another Binance.
Kelly, sometimes people cannot be honest. I'm not sure about this person that you are bringing on business. Yesterday I was with somebody was saying I have never. It was that one was Bybit. It was Bybit. The person was saying I have never opened an account with Binance. I mean Bybit. Whenever I try to open, they are rejecting me. They haven't verified my account. So I don't have an account with Bybit. Then I'm like, okay, let's go and check. Then we went and checked. Then Bybit was saying, when we try to give you this account, we discover that you already have an account with us, but using this email address. Then Bybit was exposing the email address that this person used to open an account with. Then I asked the person, is this your email address? Then he said, yes. I said, okay, can you log in using this email address? Do you have the details like the password? He said, yes. I said, log into the Bybit using this email address. Then the person logged into the account, then discovered that he is having an account with Bybit and it is already verified. But in the process of verification, the person was not patient. When they tell them, we're going to send you an email once your account is verified, they didn't wait for that. They were thinking they have been denied an account with Bybit. So I'm bringing this to support on the case that you are bringing on. Can the person find out when Binance says we already have an account with this email address? What is the email address? Are they showing the email address? Probably that will be the starting point. Find out the email address. Binance is saying that we do have an account already with this one.
Yeah, okay, because here on welcome to Binance, it shows when she types in the email address, here down it is written that this account already exists, please log in. And she tells me And she told me that because I told her about this business, I told her about this opportunity. She was like, okay, I'm interested, let me join. So I asked her many times in this message here when we are talking, I said, my sister, have you ever opened up an account with Binance? She said, no. From where? Me, I've never had these things. I just had them from you, and I'm trying out with you. I don't know anything. So that's where, like, I've insisted so much. I decided to ask, how come? Because I know
somebody, okay. Does she recognize the email address?
The email address, it is the real address. This is the email address.
So probably if it is not her, then it should be someone close to her. Use the Leader Jirina. Okay, she's cutting. Okay, Kelly, I was saying, if it is not her, it should be someone close to her. Use the email address to register on Binance. Is the account verified?
Because now I cannot tell if it verified. Me, I stopped here when she gave me a screenshot. She has sent another screenshot here. Your verification is under review. So I don't know how she has done this one. Yeah, because me, we stopped from there up. Let her find out if she has an account. Let her reply me.
Coach Mopiiwa.
Yes. Okay. I think Leader Jirina is breaking. Okay, so Kelly, that's not a problem. Let's wait for this account that is being under verification. Once it is approved, then she can use it. Means the other account was not verified. So it's not going to be a problem. But if that other account was verified, this one is going to be declined because there is already a verified account.
Okay.
So she must only find out how to get access to this account. Probably she log in with that email address, and then she click on forget password so that she can reset the password.
Okay, but now on that one, can they ask her like those security questions? Will they think they will be able to ask her about those security questions to know that it is really her account?
On Binance, I'm not sure about others. On Binance, they might ask maybe to when you are doing change of password. It depends. Some they may not ask you those other questions, like, because they want to know if the account is yours. They might ask you to upload your identity again. That is another thing. Yes, maybe to upload a selfie to show that it is indeed your account. But sometimes they will send a code to your email address. If there were other securities activated, for example, Google Authenticator, it's gonna want you to put in the Google Authenticator code to show that it is your account. Then after that, it is done. But some other cases, they would want you to do those other securities, especially when there is money in the account. If there is no money in the account, they may just ask you, they will just send a code to your email. Then you enter the code, you put in the other security, then you are done. But if there is money, they are very sensitive. They want to know. So they might ask you to put in your identity, and then you take a selfie again to make sure that it is indeed you who is doing that activity.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes. Thank you. Let me first talk to her. Thank you so much, Coach. This one has really helped me. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Coach Irina, are you here?
Yeah, leadership.
You're breaking. Your network today is not good.
Okay, Coach Mopiiwa, just to this to Kelly, I have gotten the similar situation with one of my team members, and I realized that whenever after signing in, the account was already in Binance. So every time this person would go back, she would go back to sign in instead of logging in. So maybe also my sister Kelly can try to go and log in this time, not to maybe they are signing in instead of logging in.
Okay.
If she could try that, maybe it would help.
Okay, all right. No, thank you for that insight as well. Yes, people, they always start afresh every time they are logging into their account. They don't differentiate signing in and logging in, right? So when you tap on it, if you are doing it for the first time, it's when you sign in. It means you are going to put in your email address, you create your password and all that. But signing in, it means you are already having an account. So you just put in your email address and then your password. Then the other securities that you have activated, they are going to follow afterwards. So probably it can be that. Yes. So I think we can proceed, Coach Jerina.
Yeah, the next question is from just a user who says, how best can someone increase margin calls from 5? How can he be able to increase his margin calls from 5?
They can tap on trade setting, edit the 5, and put the number of margin calls they want to increase. They just need to open the coin. They tap on the coin, they open it, then they edit the number of margin calls. For example, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Let me share screen. You want to increase your margin calls, right? Okay, you want to increase your margin calls. So this is the coin that is already trading. It has already bought the 5 margin calls here. Okay, can you see? It is showing me it has already bought number of call margin. There are 5. So it means it has completed, right? If it was trading with 5 margin calls. So what I needed to do, I'm gonna tap here on trade setting, so that I can edit those numbers of margin calls. I increase them. So here they are. This is the number 5. All right. So I'm going to remove the 5 and I put 7 if I want 7 margin calls. So I'm going to put in the what? The 7 there. Okay. I put in 7. Then after that, I'm going to come here. I have added 2 extra to the 5. I have added 2 extra. So these 2 extra, I need to come and set them up. So I'm gonna come here on margin configuration to set these 2 I have added. Then when I tap here, my robot has bought up to this level. My robot has bought up to this level that I did set. Now I need to set this one and this one. Then I'm going to come and set the code drop for margin call number 6, the code drop for margin call number 7. And also here, I need to set according to the capital that I want to add for these 2 margin calls I have added. So what I'm gonna set here, it should be in line with the amount of money I'm adding to this trade. Are we together? When you are increasing your margin calls, you don't just increase, you also work on the amount of capital you are adding to that particular trade. So don't forget, when you add margin calls, come and edit or come and set the extra margin calls you have added. But don't forget, these ones, they are already bought. So don't touch anything from what the robot has already bought. Start setting from where you have added the margin calls. In this case, I will edit here, I will edit here, I will edit here, I will edit here. Then after that, I tap sure. Then I save it. After saving it, then the robot is going to pick these new settings I have added. Okay? I needed to save it so that the robot can pick the new settings I have added. Are we together? So that's how you do it. So I'm going to come back here, all right, and I bring my 5 back. I was just doing that for demonstration. So that's how you add margin calls to already a trade that is running. Yes, we can proceed, Coach Jerina.
Our next question is from Nicholas and iPhone. They have the same question. They want to know, they've got someone who wants to join the community. They have someone who wants to join Royal Q, but the ID is expired. How can they be helped?
Tell them to apply for a new ID. That's all. Because the exchange, they will need an ID to verify. Like I said, Royal Q doesn't need ID. Registration on Royal Q does not need ID. It is the exchange that will need an ID. So if the ID is expired, it's very difficult for them to join the business. They need an ID. They need an ID. Here, there is nothing that we can do unless they are willing to register the account in somebody's name which is closer to them. For example, if it is the husband, maybe the wife is having a very a valid ID. Then the husband can register the account in the name of the wife. It means the details on the account are going to be the wife's details. That's what I'm implying here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get a stranger. Don't get a stranger. They are going to run away with your money. Okay? Yes. So that's the only way maybe you can do it. If it is a husband and a wife, or probably it's a family. Okay? Then one member of the family is having a valid ID. Then maybe you can agree to use that ID, but the details are going to be of the owner of the ID. That is another way you can go about it while you are waiting for your ID to be renewed, or probably it is in the process of renewing. But when that ID comes, you're gonna need to open another account, because for you to change it, there will be a hassle. You can change your identity, but it's another hassle. There is a lot that you need to go through to change the identity on the account. But it is better for you just to open a new one. So that is the recommendation I can do. If it is a husband and wife, one of them, the ID is expired, check who is having a valid ID between those two or within the family member. Yes, within the families, not a stranger. Don't use a stranger to open an account for you. They will run away with your money. I'm not recommending that. Kojerina?
Yes,
Someone says what?
Our next Sifuban, Dominic Kajanja says, please send me a WhatsApp group link so that I can join the Zoom meetings every day. Please pray for me. Dominic, I don't think there is anything to pray for here. You need to get to your upline or the person who helped you join the business. They'll give you a link that will get you to the community where we post the links every single day. The other question, leader, is from Sifuban. He says if he needs to compound $500, can he use $400 as first buy? Use the $100 for margin calls. I mean, signals. Is it risky? He has a total of $500. He wants to use
the leader is
$400 as
breaking.
first buying
All right,
amount.
I see some support from the question I was answering. Okay, they say you can also use a passport. You can use a passport. If your ID is expired, you can use a passport to open an account, or other exchanges like HTX and MEX. You can open them without ID, but I think you're gonna be limited in terms of withdrawal. Yes, HTX you can start your trading journey. MEX you can start your trading journey without verifying the account. But at a later stage, you may need it, especially when you are doing some withdrawals. I'm not sure how much the limit is when you are having an account which is not verified. But yes, you can be able to use HTX and MEX without verifying your account. All right. But with HTX, I remember I had that thing. When it came to withdraw, now there was an amount that I wanted to withdraw. It needed me to verify my account. All right, I'm not sure about the limit when it comes to MEX. All right, so they are saying passport, driver's license, some other exchanges, they can use that to verify the account if you don't have the ID which is valid. Thank you so much for those answers that are supporting on the questions. Yes, thank you so much, leaders, for bringing those extra materials when it comes to support. Okay, I think Leader Jerina was dealing with it. Dominic, please send me the WhatsApp group links so that I can join the Zoom meetings every day. How did you come here? Dominic, how did you join this Zoom? There is no need for us to send you. I don't know which WhatsApp group are you, but if you are a member of Crypto Ambassadors, the in the WhatsApp group as well as the Telegram channel, we always send the links to this Zoom. We always send the links to this Zoom. Yes. Sibufan, if I need to compound 500, can I use 400 as first buying amount and use the remaining for margin calls? I mean by trading signals. Is it risky? I don't think it's the right approach. If you are compounding, you need to understand, first of all, what is compounding. So if you're having $500, you cannot use 400 to be your first buying amount. I don't think it's the right approach. I'm not going to recommend that. Personally, I'm not going to recommend that, because you don't control the market. The robot does not control the market. But if that's what you want to use, it's okay. You can use that. But look, you are remaining with only $100 for margin calls, which is not enough. What if the market can go further down? So I don't recommend that approach. Don't use, this is almost like 90% of the capital. You are leaving 10% of the capital for margin calls. It is better for you to use the 10%, which is $100, to be first buying amount. Then the 400, you keep it for margin calls. That's what I'm gonna recommend to you, Sifban. Sifban, it is better for you to use $100 to be first buying amount, then the 400 you use it for margin calls. I would recommend that. Yes, Brian, you can log into your Binance account using another phone, as long as you get the codes. Remember, when you are logging into your Binance, you're gonna need a code from your email, right? So you can log into your Binance account using another phone. That if you did not set, I know there are people who set on their account that only their current phone should be recognized as a login device. If any other device is trying to log into the account, it should not be allowed. All right, that is if you did not do that. I know there are other applications where you can be specific that allow this gadget only to come here. If there is another gadget that comes, decline. So in that case, you cannot log into your account. All right. Who is this? How can I secure my account and money? Where do you want to secure your account? I don't know. you need to tell me where do you want to secure your account. That is lien. Lien, you are asking, how can I secure my account? Which account? Is it Binance? Is it RoyalQ? Be specific so that I can give you the right answer. My robot bought all margin calls, but arrow is still on, not off. I don't understand. Rosette, can you simplify the question? Your robot bought all margin calls, but the arrow is still on, not off. What are you trying to say? I don't get this. I don't get it. Can you simplify your question, Rosette, so that I can answer it? Okay, Zahara is asking which method is better to start with, large first buy-in amount, or I start with a small amount, then I increase in the multiple configurations. Okay, there are two approaches that you can do this. If you are using first buy-in amount, which is big, all right, you also need to open good margin calls when you change your first buy-in amount. For example, if you enter with $100 first buy-in amount, all right, then when you are opening margin calls, when you edit your 100, maybe you are bringing it to 20, or you're bringing it to 15, or you're bringing it to 10. How much money are you using as margin call drops? Okay, how much money are you allocating to the margin calls? That is the first approach. You do not use a bigger first buy-in amount and then your margin call drops. You use a smaller capital for margin calls. I don't personally recommend that. Using big money for first buying amount, then you use small money for margin calls. It is not safe. It is not safe. At least use 10%. 10%, 15% of the capital you want to allocate to that trade. I'm not saying your entire capital, but when you are picking a trade, you've got a figure that you want to allocate to that trade. For example, you want to use $500. You want to use $200 for that trade alone. So use 10% of your capital that you are allocating to that trade to be first buying amount. If you want to say my first buying amount is going to be big, then use at least 10% or probably 15%, right? If you are using 50%, you should know that you are also a little bit risky, but there are people who love to take risks because they are having good capital to trade with. So they don't mind entering the market with 50% of capital. All right, I'm talking about people that are having good amount of capital to trade with. All right, they can use 50%. I know some people that are doing that because their trading capital is good enough. So Zahara, use 10% of the amount that you are allocating to the trade, or probably use 15% of the amount you are allocating to the trade. Then the rest, use it as a backup on margin calls. All right. Then the other approach, you can start small with the margin call drop. I mean the first buy-in amount, but you increase the number of multiple buy-in ratio on the margin calls. You increase the number of multiple buy-in ratio, the number of times that it should buy per layer when you are using a small first buy-in amount. That is another approach. I hope I have answered your question, Zahara. Coin holding. Okay, this is Joseph. Leader Jerina, are you back?
I'm here, leadership. I'm here.
Please take over. I was looking for you. I couldn't find you. You can take over. I was about to take Joseph's question about coin hoarding, the advantages and disadvantages. Yes, I think I was about to take that question. I don't know if you can access it.
Yes, I can. Male Joseph says, thank you, coach, for your insights. Can you help me explain more about coin holding and its advantages and disadvantages?
Okay, when it comes to coin holding, as it says, you are holding a coin for long term, right? You are holding a coin for long term. So when you are buying this coin, you are putting in some money. Your focus is on long-term gains. You are not focusing on short-term gains. So the advantage is that you can have, or you can spend little to gain more, because the time you are buying the coin is cheap and you are looking into long-term. So you can use, for example, in the crypto space, I'm just using this as an example, right? You can use, for example, $100 to invest in a coin and you hold it for long term, right? So you can get like $5,000. You can get like $2,000 from $100 capital because of holding a coin for long term. That is the advantage. The disadvantage is that the money that you have put in the coin, all right, if you were to trade with it on a daily basis and you collect small profit every single day, you are standing a chance also that you can accumulate your capital. But it all comes back to, what do you want? What do you want? That's why Leader Julius always say, if you want to hold a coin, don't take your trading capital and then you buy and hold a coin. At least get profit from trading and then you invest in a coin that you want to hold, because you are holding for long term. If you were to trade with that amount, probably you could have accumulated it, right? So I could say holding a coin, it is good if you are looking at long-term gain and you are somebody who is patient. But if you are someone who is looking for daily profit, then holding of a coin is not for you. But for Joseph, I think you are looking into that. Those are the advantages. You can use small money and have great gains if you are looking at long term. And that also, you look into, what are you investing in? What type of a coin are you putting your money for long term? Yeah. I don't know if I have answered the question. Joseph, Coach Marina, you can proceed.
iPhone, the next question is from iPhone. He says, can I migrate the coins from one Binance to another Binance while they are in floating loss?
Yes, if it is the coin being delisted or what, I don't get there. But you can migrate. Let's say that you are moving from one Binance account to another Binance account. You can migrate it if the coin is supported. Remember, I said when you tap on migrate, okay, RoyalQ will tell you that the coin is supported to migrate or not. So you can migrate it from one Binance account to another Binance account. That is if it is not being delisted. You are just changing the account where the coin is to another account. Yes. But if the coin is being delisted, does not make sense because Binance is one. Can proceed, my leader.
iPhone continues to comment on the same question. He says, now another on had created a Binance account for someone else, but now he got interested and started business. Now he got back that account, but still all messages and codes are being sent to the other person. How can that be solved?
They just need to change the email address on the account. The identity, yeah, the identity is of this person who verified the account. But the email address that was registered there, it is for the other person. Meaning to say, the messages, the calls, everything goes to this person. So for this person who is now having interest now, he wanted to use this Binance account, but the problem is messages are going to that other side. The only thing to do, you change the email address on the account. That's all.
Okay, Agatha Orishaba says, Coach, how can I be able to deposit on my HTX?
It depends on location. Where are you? Because HTX, their deposit, I don't know, is it a USDT deposit or what? But it depends on the location where you are, because HTX in other areas, you can deposit it through your bank account. I'm sure it is being supported on other areas, on other regions. So I don't know where Agatha is, which method is it supported in their region to deposit on HTX. It depends on the region. Depends on the region, yes.
Okay. The next question. The next question is from Emmanuel Opoku. He says, I believe this is connected to the one of $500. He said, buying amount. What if I put the first $200, but I do not change it to put $10, and I open margin calls with huge multiple buying ratio? How different will it be from using $200 as first buying amount and changing it to put $10 with the same multiple buying ratio? I don't know if that is clear to you, Lead.
I get it. Emmanuel, you need to understand. You are having capital. You are giving capital to your robot to take it to the market, right? So if you are having, for example, you are having $200 total amount of capital that you are giving to your Royal Q robot, it is $200. Now you make that $200 to be your first buying amount. Then you open margin calls. Then the robot takes the $200 first time to use it to buy asset for you for $200. Then the market goes down against you. Is there any other capital that the robot is going to use for margin calls? I just want you to use common sense here, because if you don't change your first buying amount, you have used $200 to be your first buying amount, and you don't change it to 10. Let's say you are having $500. The example that was given, you are having $500. Then you use $200 to be first buying amount and you don't change it. How many times the robot is going to buy margin calls with the remaining balance? It means you are remaining with $300. So if your first buying amount is 200, the robot is going to buy how many times for the 300 to get finished? I just want you to have to use logic when you are setting your robot. If you don't change it to 10, it means if your margin configuration is 111, meaning to say whenever the market drops, the robot should buy one time. The market drops, it should buy one time. And you are having 5 margin calls. Your first buy-in amount is 200. You are not changing it. It means your robot is going to buy first time with 200. Then it is going to buy one margin call with 200. And then the margin call button is going to be stopped when the robot is trying to buy second margin call. Why? When the robot bought with 200 on the first margin call, the balance now it is 100. So when the robot tries to buy second time with 200, it finds out that there is only 100. So it will never buy the second margin call. It will stop. It will tell you insufficient balance. The money is not enough for the robot to complete the transaction of the margin call number 2. That is what normally happens when your capital is not sufficient for the number of margin calls you have put on the trade. Does it make sense, Emmanuel? Does it make sense? Give me an answer in the chat if this explains what you were looking for. Leader Jerina, I think we can continue.
Okay, I will proceed to the next question. Leader, we have around 15 minutes to midday.
Yes.
iPhone,
Yes,
iPhone.
we'll end it at midday. We'll end it at midday.
Okay. iPhone, please, is it acceptable to use a margin call drop of 0.2 instead of 0.5 and above?
Yes, it is acceptable. Anything in your bot can be edited. It depends on what are you looking for. You can edit anything and put it according to how you see it fit. So you can edit the margin call drops to suit your settings. Yes.
2000 is asking, according to yesterday's training, the whole position take profit callback setting was 0.1%. But in today's training, it is 0.01%. Coach, can you kindly clarify or explain that?
The only difference is when the robot is taking profit. If I set my my whole position take profit callback to be 0.1, okay? What I'm simply doing is that I don't want my robot to sell fast, okay? I don't want my robot to sell fast. I want more profit. When you set your whole position take profit callback to 0.01, right? When the market does not drop by does not drop by 0.1, it means that the robot will continue holding that asset, that coin, or the profit will continue to increase because now the drop is not equal to my callback. So what am I simply doing? I want more profit. If I set my callback to 0.01, it means I don't want the robot to take long when the profit percentage has been achieved. Because for the profit to drop with 0.01 is easy. The robot will not take time. I don't know if I'm bringing clarity to 2000. If I set my callback to be 0.01, my robot will not wait longer when it comes to dropping. Remember the 0.01, it needed to drop from my take profit. Let's say my take profit is 3%. Now it has been achieved, the 3%. For the robot to do the actual selling, it means the 3% profit should drop with 0.01 and my robot will sell. So the 0.01 is smaller than 0.1. So if the profit does not drop with 0.1, it means my robot is not going to sell. the profit will keep on increasing until the price or the profit drops with 0.1. It's when my robot is going to sell. So when you set 0.1 and someone set 0.01, the one of 0.1 might stay longer than the one of 0.01 when it comes to selling of the asset. That is the only difference. So the one of 0.1 may collect more because the robot refused to sell when the market drops with a certain percentage which was not equal to the 0.1. The price will continue to go up. Okay? But the one of 0.01 is saying, I don't want to take long once my take profit has been achieved because 0.01 is small. It will never struggle. It will sell quick. That is the only difference. You don't want to stay longer when the take profit has been achieved. That's all. Leader Marina?
Okay. Yes, next question is from Omar. Omar is asking you to clarify on dollar cost averaging. This year, dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost averaging, it means buying that asset at different price levels when it is falling. That's what it means, dollar cost averaging. For example, you are having 4 margin calls. When the robot is buying first margin call, it is going to buy at a different price. And the number of multiple buy-in ratio, probably they are different on the number of multiple buy-in ratio on margin call number 2. So dollar cost averaging method, it means you are buying more than the previous, buying at different price levels, but buying more than the previous. If you buy 1 on the first call, on the second call, you buy 2. That's what we call dollar cost averaging. You are averaging the market when it falls. I don't know if Omar, are you getting this? Give me an answer in the chat if this is clear. As simple as that. Buying an asset at different price levels and then also buying more than the previous buy. That's why in Royoki we do have a method that we call double up method. You buy more than the previous, you double it. We can proceed, my leader. 10 minutes to go.
Okay, there's Wire here. Wire says he has opened up an account at Binance, but his ID card has expired. Is there a chance to change to passport?
Yes, you can you can go to the verification method and verify with a passport. You choose which identity are you using or which document are you using. Then you choose passport.
Okay. SJRK, how do I edit the settings to allow my Binance sign in on other devices? Because I'm looking at a scenario where I lose the registered gadget. Does it mean I lose my finances? Okay.
That I was explaining that if you decide to do that setting, it does not come on default, no. There are people who go and do that setting on their account. So if you do not do that, don't worry, just leave it like the way it is. I know the consent. But I was explaining to people who did that after they have opened the account, they go and do that setting so that they don't allow other gadgets to sign into their account. It is a setting that you do yourself. So if you do not do it, don't worry. Don't worry at all. Yes, Coach Jerina. Okay, I think the leader is experienced.
Gitau says, what next? Okay, I think he's saying.
Yes, yes.
I think he's saying he's in floating loss, and after he has added capital, and all the margin calls are bought. What next? What should he? I think he traded a coin. The coin went into floating loss, and all the capital has been has gone into the markets. All the margin calls are bought. What next? What can he do?
He just needed to be patient. He does not control the falling of the price, neither has he controlled the rising of the price. The robot does not do either, both of them. So you just need to remain patient. That's why we always say when you are floating, when you open margin calls, then the robot buys them. When you add more capital, it's better for you to focus on looking for a new trade, right? Those ones that are already floating, just be patient with them. They will come out. So there is no next step when it comes to a coin that is floating and you have tried to revive it, like opening more margin calls, but it keep on buying and it does not sell. The next step is that be patient. When you add capital, look for a new trade, open a new trade, leave this one. It will come out with time, because prices, they go up, prices, they go down. So whatever went up, it will come down. Whatever went down, it will go up. That is what we trade in the crypto space. We trade fluctuation of price for us to be able to make profit. We can proceed, leadership.
Okay. Our next question, we only have 6 minutes to, Our next question is from, we are done with the, we still have SJR, we are done with Gatua. What is the possibility that Royal Q will record and close a trade in a loss?
Is there a possibility that Royal Q record and close a trade in a loss? No. Royal Q was not meant to sell at a loss, so it does not record losses. Remember, when you are conceiving a loss, it is you who is selling manually using the sell button in Royal Q. Royal Q was not meant to record a loss or to do a loss. It doesn't. It keeps on holding. It will never sell at a loss until you decide. So there is no possibility for the Royal Q robot to close a trade in a loss. It will never. You put a take profit. So why should it close it in a loss when you put a take profit? It is only you. When your take profit hasn't been achieved, you come and click on the sell button when it is still in a floating loss. It's when you're going to record a loss, not Royal Q. That's why when you are selling a coin which is floating, which is in a floating loss, when you are selling it manually, Royal Q will still deduct gas fees. It will still take their share. It's you who is deciding to sell, not Royal Q. I think we can proceed, leadership.
Margaret says that she has realized that a long green candle on one coin can generate 3% profit, yet a similar length on another coin can generate 12%. That is, in both coins, it is the same time frame. What is the reason behind the variation?
Volume. When we trade volume. We don't trade performance. We trade volume. How much how much money is flowing in that other asset compared to the other asset. So it is all about volume. That's why you're going to go and study a candle in 4 hours. When you measure the take profit, the same length of the candle, another one is giving you 4%, the other one is giving you 10%. It is all about volume. That's all.
Morgan says, what is the least amount do I need to start trading? At least 2 coins.
$500. $500 you can trade 2 coins. I know there are people who are trading with $100 each coin. It is because they are limited in terms of capital. They will put 100 here, they put 100 there, they put 100 there. Probably $300 they are trading 3 coins. I know that. But I would recommend, if you are to do wallet management, then probably if you want to trade 2 coins, at least have $500, which is also not good enough. Why am I saying so? How much are you going to allocate to each coin? Maybe you're going to allocate 200, because you still need to have something in the reserve in case the market goes against you. I don't know if you are getting this. When you are trading a coin, don't involve all your capital and leave zero. Do wallet management properly. Yes, so if you are trading 2 coins with 500, maybe probably use 200 on each coin. Then keep at least $100 in the reserve. Leader Marina?
Ishmael says, is there a video tutorial how to migrate a coin that is delisted to another exchange?
Yes, there is. You must go to our YouTube channel of Crypto Ambassadors. There is a video on how to do that, the migration of a coin.
iPhone says, is there a difference between Binance account amounts we have and Royal Q account balance?
I don't understand. A difference between Binance account amount and we have and Royal Q. Oh, okay. Is talking about okay.
Asset.
Is talking about asset. Let me come here. This is what this person is trying to say. Let me share my screen. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. Okay. Here. Okay. So I want you to see here. Royal Q is recording a position amount. This is the amount of money that Royal Q has put in this trade for me. This amount over here, which is called the position amount, the amount of money the board has invested in this coin. All right. When you go to Binance, Binance is not going to show you this. No, it will show you the value of this asset right now. That's what Binance is going to show you. What is the value of this coin? It means this position amount minus my floating loss. It means 965 minus 282. That's what I'm going to find in my Binance. So Royal Q records position amount, money that has been invested in the coin. Binance record the current or the value of that asset right now. That is the difference. I don't know if I have answered the question. So the value in my coin right now in Binance, it is the position amount that you are seeing here right now. The position amount you are seeing here right now minus the money that I'm standing to lose if I decided to sell this coin right now. That is the value of my coin in Binance. My leader, we can proceed.
Okay.
I think we are almost time. Maybe you can take 1 or 2 questions.
Okay. We can take Shaze Arafa's question. How do I know that my take profit percentage has been achieved?
You don't need to know that because you have set it in your royal queue. The royal queue robot is the one that is responsible. The reason why you are trading with a robot, you don't want to monitor everything for yourself. You want the robot to do the work for you. So you don't need to know that the take profit has been achieved unless you are trading manually. You want to sell by yourself. So there's no need for you. You instructed the robot. You gave the robot 0.1, 0.01 is the callback. The take profit is 3%. Then the royal queue will monitor it for you. The rest leave it to the robot. Why are you stressing now? You only need to go and check your profit. That's all. Yes, my leader.
Jalia says, do I have to switch off margin calls when I start trading a new coin?
No, you don't need to switch off margin calls. If you switch off margin calls, the robot is not going to buy that coin you are setting up. When you switch off margin call button, the robot is not going to buy your margin calls. It will buy first time with your first buy-in amount. But if the price of that coin drops, the robot is not going to buy any margin call because the margin call button that allows the buying of the margin calls is off.
Lastly, leader, let's take iPhone's question. iPhone is asking how much can he be able to earn with $100 capital? How much can he be able to earn per day? He has seen many people write in $1,000. This is how much you can earn. 100. This is how much you can earn. So can he be able to take per day?
I cannot predict, depending on the asset that he will or she will be trading, because it is all about the market performance. When we say market performance, we are looking at the price action of that particular coin that someone is trading, because we trade different coins, right? So I can have my $100. Every coin that I pick, it buys, it sells, it buys, it sells. Someone is having the same amount, $100. The coins that this person is picking and trading, they are not delivering. They are taking long to deliver. Because of how the coin is performing in the market. So we cannot predict and say, if I am having $100 every day, I'll be earning how much? It means what I'm doing, it is a return on investment. We are not doing return on investment. We are trading the live market. So the performance of the live market determines my profitability. That's why someone is floating with the same coin right now, but someone, when he enters that coin right now, the person will get out of the coin he sells and take profit. That is how it is. So this thing of saying, how much can I earn with my $100? It is not realistic because we don't control the market. We don't know how your coin is going to perform, the one that you will trade with your $100. But what we know is that when you buy that asset with $100, then you put 3% take profit. How much are you going to earn once that trade is completed? That one we are aware of, because we're going to calculate what is 3% of $100. Yes. I don't know if I've answered your question, iPhone. We need to be realistic. We don't control the movement of price. For your robot to sell many times in a day, it depends on how the market is performing. We should not be lied to. The robot does not control the movement of the price in the market, no. So it will only sell depending or following on price action in the market.
Leadership.
Yes.
Leadership, kindly allow us end with this question. Anani Isaac has been putting his hand for a very long time.
Right.
Anani, you can unmute
you can
yourself.
allow him to come on the microphone.
Anani, unmute yourself.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're loud and clear.
Yes, we
Isaac.
can hear you.
Okay, I'm joining from. I want to know this. I have a friend in US, and he wants to join the business. And unfortunately, I didn't know that Binance doesn't work in US. So I initially started with the process with him, and we downloaded Binance. And then when we tried to verify his Binance account, it wasn't going through. So later on, I asked questions and they said he has to use HTX instead of the Binance. With the HTX in US, he's supposed to use, they say he's supposed to use VPN in order to get access to the Rare Kill app and then the ATS. And in fact, since then, with the VPN too, he has to also pay another $50 or so for a year. And so it has become complicated for him, and I've not heard from him again. I don't know how true this is.
They can use a Kraken. Kraken works very well in the US, the Kraken exchange. The only limitation is that currently we don't have much trades or much coins to trade in Kraken. But the one that is very supportive, it is Kraken.
Okay. And with the Kraken, does he have to use the VPN?
No.
Okay.
You are using VPN because you want to navigate, since the exchange is not being accessed in that location. That's why we use the VPN.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the Royal Q2, he couldn't download it over there. I don't know if he's supposed to use the website.
You can try to use the website, but we do have people that are using RoyalQ in the US. I don't know how they go about it. We can find out for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But we do have a community in the US that are using the RoyalQ application, but we can find out for them so that they get help.
Okay, so if I can be connected to any of them, so I can find out, so that my friend can join.
Yes. Are you in Crypto Ambassadors community?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. Then you're gonna be able to get help. We'll inquire for you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, then we'll bring the recommendations in the groups.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Coach Mopiiwa, I think we are done. Maybe to Anane, Coach Mopiiwa, I happen to have like 3 downlines who are in the USA. They are using Kraken. They are using Kraken as their exchange.
Okay, all right.
So we can end the call, Coach Mopiiwa.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Leadership Jerina, for the work well done. I know some questions we did not manage to answer them. We are very sorry. We apologize for that. It is because of time. Look, if we are to exhaust each and every question, you'll discover that we can be here for 4 hours, of which I'm willing to do that. Myself, I don't have a problem, right? Yes, sometimes I can stretch, all right? Yes, but I think we need also to give time to others to go and attend to some other things, unless we agree that who is willing to remain here. Okay. Yes, that's why we always do this. But I don't have a problem stretching the time period for this Zoom. I'm willing to do that, but we have a time limit that is given to our Zoom session so that other leaders can go and attend to other things. Otherwise, we are going to remain here the whole day and then we don't get our businesses done. So we are very sorry, guys. I think next time we'll try our level best, maybe to add 1 extra hour so that we are able to do some of the questions. But bear with us. This is not the end. All right. This is not the end. We will continue doing so until we are able to grow together so that we also profit together. Okay, so thank you so much, Leadership Jerina. Thank you so much, all the leaders who were helping us from behind the scenes answering some of the questions. And thank you for all those who did ask questions. Yes, all those who managed to ask questions, thank you so much, because some have benefited because of your question. I also want to thank all those who have been attending. Yes, they didn't ask a question, but they were here listening to the questions and listening to the answers as well. So thank you so much, guys. We wish you a lovely weekend. Juma Mubarak to our Muslim brothers and sisters. Until we meet again in the evening for the Zoom that is coming that time, I wish you well. May you be, yes, may you be um, well until we meet again. Yes. Happy New Year once again. Compliments of the new season to all of you. I hope to see you soon as we'll be meeting in the coming Zooms. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely afternoon. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye for now.